This is a video, again, so what we did in class using ratios to compare. So we have a mixture of paint. Okay, you want purple, you want dark purple. All right, so you're mixing purple with white. So the ratio here is 3 to 2, and the ratio here is 7 purple, 3 white. Here is 3 purple, 2 white. So which one is going to be the darkest, right? So she has two different paint mixtures and she wants to have the darkest purple. Purple, no sé cómo se dice purple, pero un purple oscuro, bien oscuro, okay? So when we compare which one is the better one, I don't know if it's 3 to 2 or 7 to 3. So again, this is one of the cases where we have to create more. So we're going to create a little bit. Okay, so we're going to get here times 2. It's going to be 4. Times 2, it's going to be 6, but still doesn't help me. So then I'm going to go pick another color. From here I'm going to go times 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. And here I'm going to go times 3. 3 por 3, 9. I'm just going to do a couple more, okay? And then hopefully we'll do the other side, and that's going to help me. So again, next one I'm going to do 2 times 4. 2 por 4, 8. And over here I'm going to do 2 times 4. And 3 times 4 is 12. So we have 3 to 2, 6 to 4, 9 to 6, 12 to 8. So I'm just going to make this a little pretty. So 3 to 2, 6 to 4, 9 to 6, 12 to 8. So we can make it a little prettier. So we got purple. We got white. All right. 3 purple, I used 2 white. With 6 purple, voy a usar 4 blanco. With 6 purple, voy a usar. So this is paint. Pinturas? Paint, right? Pintas. Tinturas. All right. 9 to 6, 12 to 8. So si uso 3, digamos, vasos de purple, voy a usar 2 de blanco, 6 de purple, voy a usar 4 de blanco, etc. So now again, a ver si if that helps me. Do I have anything that's the same? 3, 2, 6, 4, 9, 6, 12, 8. Anything here that's the same? No. So again, I will come over here. I'm going to create. So I'm going to make a table. So let's go times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And over here, now I go times 2. That's going to give me 14. I'm going to do one more, a couple more. 3 times 3. So over here, I'm going to be times 3. And then over here, I'm going to be times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And then 7 times 3 is 21. So let's see if I have anything. 3. Oh, I have. So again, let me put this over here. Make it a little nicer. 3, 7, and 3. 14 and 6. And 21 and 9. Okay, so I'm just going to take it out. You don't have to do this second table, but I'm just showing you. So I'm going to go purple. We're going to go white. So now I'm going to see if I can compare anything, and I can. If you guys look over here, there's a 6, mira. Okay, 6 the white and 6 white, so I can compare. So I'm going to circle that line. I'm going to circle that line. Aquí, here, when I use 6 cups of white, how many cups of purple voy a usar? 9. When I use 6 cups of white here, how many cups of 14? How many cups of purple will I use here? Aquí usan mucho más purple. When they mix purple and white, aquí va a ser purple más fuerte. Violeta is purple? No. I forgot what you call purple. I don't know. No me recuerdo la palabra purple in Spanish. So aquí hay mucho purple, so el color va a ser, this is going to be dark, oscuro, purple. Now here you have 6 white con 9 purple, okay? Entonces, no hay mucho purple, okay? Entonces va a ser un color más flaquito. So, which one is the darkest one? The darkest one va a ser esto, la mixtura B. Si tú quieres usar dark purple, úsate esta mixtura. 7 purple con 3 blancos. Okay? Next one. Okay, so we already answered the question. That's pretty much here. So here, this one has decimal, so you have a calculator. Talia's making chicken pot pie. It's un chicken pot pie. Torta de chicken. cake? No, yeah, torta de chicken. No, torta. No, torta is. Ugh, it's bueno, torta. All right, she's making, and she has two possible recipes with salt and vegetables. Aquí está escrito, her friend does not like a lot of salt. Make an argument for which recipe she should use. So la receta una usa 1.5 cucharas, 1.5 tablespoons of salt with 3.5 tablespoons cucharas de vegetales. Here you have 3.5 cucharas de salt with tablespoons of salt with 4.5 tablespoons of vegetables. So which one tiene menos sal? Va a usar menos sal. Recipe A or recipe B. So again, ahora no tienes nada para comparar. We can't compare this one porque this one is the salt y este es vegetables. Son diferentes, so we can't use that one. So again, let's do what we do. Let's create a few. Times 2, use a calculator. 4.5 times 2 is 9. Times 2 is 7. Still no me ayuda. So let me do another one. Times 3. Should have used a different color. Aquí por 3. So 4.5 times 3 is 9, 13.5, 13.5. And 3.5 times 3. A ver, es 7, 10.5. So cuando uso 10.5, 10.5 cucharadas de sal, I have to use 13.5 of vegetable, 7 of salt, I have to use 9 of vegetable, and let's see if do I have to do more? No, let's see. Let's do one more. Why not? So the next one is times 4, right? So 4.5 times 4. Okay, again, you have a calculator. 4.5 times 4. That's going to give us 18. And 4.5 times 4 is going to give us 14. Con 14 cucharadas de sal, 14 tablespoons of salt, we get 18 tablespoons of vegetables. Okay, so let's do over here. Times 2 is 7. Times 2 is 3. So 3 and 7, todavía no hay números iguales, so let's do more. I'm going to do times 3. Times 3, 7, 10.5. And then times 3 here, it's going to be 4.5. So todavía nada igual. No, nada igual. Continue. Times 4. A different color. Times 4. It's going to be 14. Like 14. No. So here will be times 4. It's going to be 7. Oh boy, nothing yet. Todavía nada. Oh, no, there is. Ya encontramos. I can see, hopefully you can see too. Miren, hay un 7 en la columna del sal, and there's a 7 here. So I'm going to circle this. We're going to comparar esto. And I'm going to circle this. 7 con el 9. 7 and 9 here. Ugh. Another color. 7 con el 9. So here, let me write that down. Voy a escribirlo aquí un poquito más. Y aquí 7 con 14. So it's a little prettier. So with 7 cucharadas de sal, 7 tablespoons of salt, she uses 14 tablespoons of vegetables. Aquí 7 tablespoons of salt. We use 9 tablespoons of vegetables. So which of these, cuál de los dos va a estar more salty? Va a estar más salado, okay, saltier. Okay, so this one, recipe A, right? Con 7 sal with 7 salt, they use 14 tablespoons of vegetable. Entonces, you're going to mix, va a mezclar mucho y no va a estar muy salado. Here, no hay 7 tablespoons of salt y solamente 9 tablespoons of vegetables. So aquí queda más with salt porque no hay mucho, el sal está mezclado con poco vegetales. Okay, so it's going to be very salty. So if your friend que no le gusta sal, ¿cuál de las recetas? You're going to tell me, please, usen esta receta. And you can write all your answers at on the lines. And then last questions. Ooh, last one we have to get a table. So we have Susie's making frosting. She's mixing butter, mantequilla, and sugar, azúcar. So let's go recipe A and recipe B. So recipe A, that's what we're gonna write. Call 1 tablespoon of butter. So butter and sugar. So the ratio is para cada uno butter, una cuchara de butter, mantequilla, 8 tablespoons of sugar. Yikes, that's mucho, no? I'm gonna create a table. Recipe B, butter is sugar. Butter is 2 tablespoons of butter, con dos de butter. How many they use? 9 sugar. Ugh. So we want cuál la receta que va a tener más sabor de azúcar. Which recipe is gonna taste more like sugar? Más dulce, ¿no? Creo. ¿Cuál va a ser más dulce? Well, I can't compare right now, so let's do a couple of things. Let's do this one. Times 2, if this is 6, times 2 is 2. I'm gonna do one more. Times 3 is 24. Y aquí times 3, 1 por 3 es 3. Bueno, wow, this one is easy. So if you look, and I'm just gonna do one more here, just to practice. 9 times 2 is 18, and 2 times 2 is 4. We don't need to do any more. No necesitamos porque we already can see that there's one that is the same. Look, right here. 2 butter con 16 azúcar. 2 butter con 9 azúcar. So we can compare. So I'm going to write this down here. Okay, 2 and 16 para podemos ver un poquito mejor. And 2 and 9. Wow. So which one is sweeter, I guess? Tiene más sabor de azúcar. 2 and 16, 2 butter with 16 sugar, or 2 butter with 9 sugar? I think this one is obvious, because this one, la receta A, pata más sweet, is sweeter because they use so much more sugar. Okay, so recipe A, receta A, is will taste more like sugar. So you can write somewhere, recipe A will taste more like sugar. Okay, and you can explain. All right, so hopefully you get the hang of this. Next question. Comparing using ratios, tables, B's. Okay, so this one is fun. So we have, again, Caleb, he put 5 beehives for every 2 acres of land. Beehives son beehives. Get some beehives. Let's see if I can find a beehive. I'll put a beehive over here. Beehive. Pictures, images. Aquí está un beehive, eso de abejas. Okay, this is a beehive, right? A beehive aquí. Okay, so el señor Caleb tiene tierra, no? Tiene una hacienda, a farm or whatever, and he can put 5 beehives. Puede poner 5 de esos in every 2 acres of land. So imagine la tierra de él, la hacienda de él. Okay, it's over here. So he can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 para que no estén muy juntos. Right? So en cada pedazo de tierra, in every 2 acres, que es el tamaño de tierra de él, he puts 5. So in 4 acres, we're going to double that, times 2. In 4 acres, how many beehives can he put? He can put 10. And then I'm just going to keep on going. So times 3. You can put 15 beehives, si él tiene, times 3. 6 acres, si el tamaño de la tierra de él es 6 acres. And then, I don't know, we'll do times 4. 20 beehives. Voy a poner 20 beehives, si tiene él, times 4. 8 acres of, okay, 8 acres of land, de tierra, va a poner 20 beehives. And the other one, he's going to put 8 beehives para cada 3 acres of land. Tamaño un poco diferente. So here, imaginen si la tierra un poquito más grande, 3 acres, el tamaño de 3 acres, and he puts 4. Okay, so ¿cuál tiene más abeja por acre? Well, we're gonna have to compare. Times 2, 6, times 2, 16. We'll do one more. Times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And then 8 por 3 is 24. Why? Okay, and we can stop. I can show you. We can stop. No se necesita hacer. So look, there's a 6 here and 16. And there's 6 here and a 15. So imaginen si el tamaño de la tierra es 6 acres. Okay, digamos que eso es 6 acres el tamaño. Y el otro es 6 acres. Mismo tamaño, the same size. They're both 6 acres. And this is 6 acres. Here we can put 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Aquí, so there's 16 here. Here we want, he can only put 15. Not only, but he will only put 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So ¿cuál de los dos? En los acres donde hay peaches, que son duraznos, o los acres que tienen manzanas, ¿cuál de los dos tienen más beehives? Aquí. So aquí. En el pedazo de tierra, me olvidé de decir que en esa tierra él planta duraznos y esa tierra planta manzanas, ¿no? He puts peaches over here and he puts apples here. So en la tierra donde planta manzanas, él va a tener más beehives. In the land where he plants apples, or he has the apples, that's where he's going to put more beehives. Okay. So again, it's the same thing as the previous sheet that we did. What is this? Another beekeeper placed 120 hives in apple orchards. They produced 300 boxes of honey. Okay, so aquí tiene 100. In New York, 120 beehives producen 300 cajas de miel. And the other one, in Florida, 100 beehives trabajan y ellos producen 280 cajas de miel. They produce in Florida 100 beehives. They make 200 boxes of honey. We can't compare, but he wants to know which bees, cuál de las abejas, de New York or Florida, can make more honey. So we're going to compare. Okay, so this way, in el momento, we can't compare. So we're going to have to make a few more. All right, so let's go. So times 2. Let's do this times 2. 600. Times 2. 240. No me ayuda todavía. Times 3. 900. Times 3. 360. Ugh, nothing yet. So then we're going to do times 4, which is 1,200. Times 4 here, it's going to be 480. And then we're going to do one more. Times 5, that's 1,500. And then times 5 over here is 600. So 600 beehives producing 1,500 cajas de abeja. 480, 1,200, 1,200. So that's the New York bees, las abejas de New York. Let's go to the abejas of Florida. Times 2 is 560. Times 2, 200. So todavía nada. Times 3. Times 3. So this is 300. That's easy. Times 3 is going to be 0, 4, 6, 840. Times 4. Times 4 will be 400. Times 4 is going to be 1,020. Times 5 is going to be 1,300. This is going to be 500 times multiplicado por 5. Todavía no. And then we're gonna have to do one more, and I hope you see it. If I do this times 6, multiplico por 6, me sale 600. And there's this one and this one we can compare. So times 6 over here. Okay. Now it's going to be 0, 8, 1,480. So let me circle. Voy a poner un círculo. So in New York, 600 beehives. Voy a ponerlo aquí. 600 beehives producen 1,500 cajas de miel in New York. In Florida, 600 beehives producen 1,400, 1,400 cajas de miel. So, ¿cuál abejas? Which beehives, New York or Florida, producing make more honey? Obviously, the New York, not por mucho, pero poco más. Okay. So now we're going to, I think, is the last question. Yeah, last question. Okay, so again, let's see, read this. Older archers need more hives per acre. Caleb decided to place 6 hives on an older peach. So 6 hives. 6 hives on 2 for Caleb. Zeke, one of workers, he delivered 10 hives to 30 acres of land. Okay, so here's the question. Caleb, I don't know how to say this name. Caleb, he said, we have to do, tenemos que poner 6 beehives a cada 2 acres de tierra. Okay? So, and then he told his worker, le dijo al trabajador Zeke, que es el trabajador de Caleb, okay, que para hacer eso. Entonces Caleb went in 30 acres of land, he put 10 hives of bees. Okay, so ¿será que el señor Zeke obedeció las órdenes de Caleb? ¿Será que 30 acres and 10 hives is the same thing, es la misma cosa que 2 acres and 6 hives? So one way to check is to do this. How do we do this? Okay, so let me write this. So let's multiply this times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 over here is 6 times 2 is 12. Now, if we do this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, all the way to 30, it's going to be a long time, right? So let's just do this. Let's put 30 over here. So 2 por cuánto me sale 30? Times 15. So here, it'd be 6 times 15, 6 por 15, and 6 por 15 is 90. So what is this saying is that, si en 30 acres of land, en 30 acres de tierra, tenemos que poner 90 beehives. El señor Zeke no obedeció al señor Caleb. Okay, so let me try to explain this in a different way. So let's say I tell you guys, I need you to go to the farm, to la hacienda, y a cada 2 acres de land, ponen, please put 6 beehives. Right? So, and then, so if we do this the way that we did in class the other day, using a proportion, okay, look at this. So here's 2 acres, right? And here is 6 beehives. So if we have 30 acres, we can do it that way as well. What's the factor here? It's times 15. So here it'd be times 15. So in 30 acres, you should have put 90 beehives. Oh, you know what? I don't like how it makes. Let me see if I can. Okay, here. So 2 acres. We need 6 beehives. Beehives. Right? So And okay, now let me write it like this: 2 acres, 6 beehives. Right, so another 2 acres, 6 beehives. Another 2 acres, 6 beehives. Right, another 2 acres, 6 beehives. So that's what Mr. Caleb said. Cada 2 acres, ponete, please put 6 beehives. 6 beehives. And we keep going and we keep going. 2 acres, 6 beehives. And we continue and continue hasta llegar el total de 30. Right? So when we do this, right? 2 acres, 6 beehives, 2 acres, 6 beehives, 2 acres, 2 acres, 2 acres, 6 beehives, and so forth and so forth. So far aquí tenemos 4 acres. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So I'm going to write 2 acres. Okay. 2 acres. Voy a escribir muy malo, pero lo escribo así. 2 acres. 2 acres. 2 acres. 2 acres. 2 acres. 2 acres. And 2 acres. So if you sumamos todos los acres, hay 30 acres de tierra. Estoy haciendo, ¿no? 30 acres. ¿Y cuántos beehives hay? ¿Cuántas cositas de abejas tenemos? Tenemos que sumar todos los 6, ¿no? 6 más 6 más 6 más 6 más 6. How many 6? There's 15. Hay 15 6. So if you multiply 15 times 6, hay un total de 90 beehives. So 30 acres teníamos que poner 90 beehives. Okay, so if I go back here, el señor Zeke, que es el trabajador, the worker, right? What do? In 30 acres, en 30 acres, que es mucha tierra, ¿cuántos él puso él? ¿Cuántos beehives? Solamente 10. Entonces él no hizo, he didn't do the right thing. Okay. So that's it. Okay. I think that was all there is.